Good morning, students. Now coming to STEM and functions of STEM and also STEM modifications. Okay. So every angiospermic plant is consists of mainly two systems. One is a root system. Second one shoot system. So the main axis of shoot system. This is considered as stem. This is the main axis of the stem. So generally, stem it grows positively geotrophic or positively phototrophic manner and negatively geotrophic manner. Generally, stem is green colored in primary stage. Later it becomes brown color. Okay, stem is also represented by number of nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes. So node is nothing but the part of the plant or the part of the stem where the leaves are attached. Such part of the stem this is considered as nodes. Similarly, the internal portion present between two successive nodes that is considered as internode. Generally, stem is also represented by vegetative organs and reproductive organs. Vegetative organs and reproductive organs are present in the stem. Leaf. Vegetative organs are leaf and also branches and also buds, vegetative buds. They are considered as vegetative organs of the stem. One is leaf, second one branches, third one this is buds. Actually, these buds are also divided into two categories. One is axillary buds, okay, and second one is terminal buds. These buds may be axillary, may be terminal. Similarly, reproductive organs of the plant, that is one flower and other one is fruit and next one is seed. They are considered as reproductive organs of the plants. Similarly, stems play very significant role. One, conduction of water, minerals, and also photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means food materials. Stems play very significant role in the conduction of water and minerals from root to the shoot. At the same time, food materials are also transported through the stem from leaf to all parts of the plant body. So, conduction of water, minerals, and also food materials is one of the most important aspect of stems. At the same time, these stems also play very significant role in spreading of leaves. It spreads the leaves, okay, spread the leaves to proper sunlight. Spreading of leaves, stem is divided into number of branches and these branches they help in the spreading of foliage to proper sunlight. Foliage means leaves. At the same time, these stems also play a very significant role in some plants storage of food material and vegetative reproduction, and these are the additional functions of the stem. So generally stem it is divided into three types. Okay, one is stems are of three types. Okay, one is underground stems. Okay, underground stems. Generally, these underground stems are present internal to the ground They are present inside the soil in some members. At the same time, second type of modifications are the aerial stems. In most of the members, stem is present outside to the ground, that is present aerially. Aerial stems are common in plants. Similarly, in some of the plants, stem is subaerial. Subaerial stems. Subaerial stems means partly underground. Stem is partly underground and partly aerial. Such stems are called subaerial stems. Anyhow, depending upon the position of the stem in plants, stems are divided into three types. One is the underground stems, second one is aerial stems, and third one is subaerial stems. Okay. Now coming to the modifications of the stem. Students, just like roots, permanent structural changes may occur in any type of stems in plant body. Such permanent structural changes occurring in the stems to perform some additional functions along with normal functions suitable for environment. Such permanent structural changes are called stem modifications. First, coming to underground stem modifications. Okay, first coming to underground stem modifications. Students, in some member stem is present internal to the ground. Such stems are called underground stems. Okay, these underground stems, they play very significant role in plants. These underground stems, they help in vegetative reproduction. Okay, vegetative reproduction, and also help in perennation. Perennation means continuation of stem from one generation to the next generation. That is called perennation. And also they help in storage of food materials. They also store some amount of food materials. At the same time, as the stems are present internal to the ground, they also protect plants. Protection. Because of all these reasons, underground stems, they help in more than one functions. They perform many functions, multiple functions. Because of this reason, these underground stems are also called multi-purpose stem modification. Multi-purpose stem modifications. Multi-purpose stem modifications. Which stem modifications are called multi-purpose stem modifications, and why? Underground stem modifications are called multi-purpose stem modifications because they perform more than one functions. Multiple functions means many functions. Because of this reason, they are considered as multi-purpose stem modifications. Students, now coming to underground stem modifications. These underground stem modifications are mainly four types. Okay, how many underground stem modifications are there? Four types. One is rhizome. Second one, culm. Okay. Third one, stem tuber. And fourth modification, this is bulb. In this way, there are total four types of underground stem modifications. Now coming to one by one, definitions and specialities and examples. So underground stem modification, it grows horizontally. This is one of the horizontally growing underground stem modification. Here it is dorsi-ventrally differentiated structure. For example, this is underground stem modification, rhizome. This is underground stem modification, rhizome. Is a dorsally differentiated structure. Dorsal side is also represented by shoots, aerial shoots. Ventral surface is represented by number of adventitious roots. It is represented by number of nodes and internodes. Every node is represented by reduced dry membranous scale leaf. Axillary buds of this scale leaf, they maintain the formation of horizontal branches that store food material, so that the branches are fleshy and succulent. Okay. Similarly, best examples for this term, one is gingiber. Okay. Gingiber means ginger. Gingiber means ginger, and musa means banana. Okay, and curcuma, turmeric. These are the best examples for horizontally growing underground stem modification. This is rhizome. So horizontally growing underground stem modification differentiated into dorsal and ventral differentiated structure. Dorsal side is represented by vegetative shoots and lower side is represented by adventitious roots. It is divided into number of nodes and internodes. Every node is also consists of a dry membranous scale leaf. Axillary buds of the scale leaf, they produce lateral branches and they store food material. Example, gingiber, ginger, and musa, banana, and curcuma, turmeric. Now coming to the second one, this is vertically growing underground stem modification. What is vertically growing underground stem modification? This is comb. Okay, here also nodes and internodes are there, and nodes also contain scale leaves. Okay, like this. Nodes and internodes are there. Nodes also contain scale leaves, and adventitious roots are there. Dot combs are also formed from axillary buds. Here, some of the best examples for this underground stem modification, Colocasia is one of the examples. And the second one, Amarcopolis. Okay, Jamin Amarcopolis means Jamin Khan. So this is the Jamin Khan. This Jamin Khan is also represented by some specialized adventitious roots. These adventitious roots are called pull roots. Pull roots are also called contractile roots. So, vertically growing underground stem modification is divided into number of nodes and internodes, and axillary buds of the nodes they maintain daughter combs, and Amarcopolis kern is represented by full roots or contractile roots. Okay, example Colocasia and Amarcopolis. Now coming to the third one, this is a stem tuber. For example, this is a ground surface. Okay, students, here this is the stem, and this is lower part of the stem. This is root system. Some branches which are produced from underground stem, they store food material at their tips like this, and their tips they become bulbed and tuberous. Branches which develop from the lower part of the stem, they grow horizontal inside the soil, and they store some amount of food materials at their tips, leading to the formation of tubers called stem tubers. These stem tubers, they have no roots, no root systems, no roots. Plant contain root system, but modification stem tuber does not contain the root system. Some of the best examples, this is Solanum tuberosum. Solanum tuberosum is one of the best examples. This is scientific name of potato. Okay, so the stem tubers of Solanum tuberosum. For example, this is stem tuber of Solanum tuberosum. It is represented by some eye spots which help in vegetative reproduction. This is eye spot. Every eye is also represented by eye. Is nothing but node and is represented by axillary bud plus reduced scale leaf. Eye spot is also represented by very small axillary bud, and this axillary bud is also covered and protected by scale leaf. During favorable conditions, these axillary buds develop into the small seeds. That is called sprouting. And vegetative reproduction in these stem tubers in potato, that is takes place by eye spots. Similarly, the fourth modification, this is a bulb, special vertically growing. This is specialized vertically growing underground stem modification. Here, for example, this is the stem. Stem is reduced into a biconvex shaped disc with a number of fibrous roots towards the lower side. And this reduced stem is also represented by number of scale leaves, and these scale leaves they store food material, so that these scale leaves they become fleshy and succulent. These scale leaves they become fleshy and succulent. Okay, these type of, for example, this is outlook, and this is transverse section. Transverse section of this is transverse section of bulb. So some bulbs they are covered by tunic, dry membranous very thin scale leaf present external to surrounding this bulb is called tunic. Bulb with tunic is called tunicated bulb. Tunicated bulb. Example, Allium cepa. Allium cepa. This is the scientific name of onion. But in some members, non-tunicated bulbs are there. Non-tunicated bulb. Example, Lilium. They are the best examples for this. Students, they are the underground stem modifications. One is rhizome, horizontally growing, dorsiventrally differentiated structure. Second one is palm, vertically growing underground stem modification. Next one is stem tuber without roots, Solanum tuberosum. Bulb, specialized vertically growing underground stem modification. Students, mention the name of horizontally growing underground stem modification, rhizome. And underground stem modification that grows vertically, column. Underground stem modification which do not possess roots, stem tuber. This is underground stem modification which does not store food material inside the stem, bulb. Food is not stored inside the stem, they are stored in scale leaves. Similarly, these bulbs, discoid stem is there. Stem is discoid.